Silicon Valley and Hollywood disappears. Where a tech company becomes more powerful than a 100-year-old film empire. On December 2025, a single headline shook the entertainment world. Netflix acquires Warner Bros. For $72 billion. The company that started by mailing DVDs had just swallowed the studio that created Batman, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, The Matrix, and thousands of global classics. But what you're about to hear is not just a business deal. It's a story of power, debt, politics, desperation, and a silent war that has been happening behind the scenes. This is the untold story of the biggest takeover in Hollywood history. Warner Bros. Wasn't always in trouble. For decades, it dominated global entertainment. From DC superheroes to HBO masterpieces, Warner shaped pop culture. But the 2020s brought a storm. 1. Streaming war pressure. Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Disney, Paramount. Everyone launched expensive streaming platforms. 2. HBO Max burns cash billions spent on content. Zero profits, huge competition. Warner Discovery was drowning. 3. Leadership missteps. Executives kept switching strategies. Shows were canceled. Budgets were cut. Marketing collapsed. 4. The real killer. Day T Warner Bros. Discovery was carrying over $40 billion in debt. Investors panicked. Stocks fell. Employees lost confidence. Hollywood insiders whispered, Warner might not survive 2030. This collapse created a vacuum, and Netflix saw the opportunity of a lifetime. People think Netflix is just a streaming app, but behind the scenes, it's a data-driven empire. Netflix knows how long you watch, what you skip, what you binge, what you rewatch, what your country likes, what time of day you watch, what genres make you emotional. But there was one problem. Netflix's weakness. Expensive originals every month. Netflix needs new shows. And new shows cost billions. They needed a massive library, a century of content, a brand with global gravity. And that brand was Warner Brothers. In early 2024, Netflix started brainstorming. A secret internal group was formed, Project Horizon, a long-term plan to transform Netflix into a full Hollywood giant. Their mission? Acquire a major studio before Apple or Amazon does. And Warner Bros. Became target number 1. Mid-2025, a series of private meetings started. Netflix executives flew quietly between Los Angeles, New York, and London. At luxury hotels, private homes, and hidden office floors. Discussions began. Warner's CEO was under tremendous pressure. Declining revenue, shareholder lawsuits, collapsing stock, rising debt. Political pressure, advertisers pulling out. Netflix played a simple but powerful card. We can save you. They offered a clean acquisition separation of cable networks, like CNN, takeover of streaming plus studios, financial stability, long-term content strategy. Negotiations went on for months. There were leaks, denials, political interference, investor wars, angry employees, lawyers, and nonstop boardroom tension. But finally, after one of the most complex mergers in entertainment history, Warner Bros. Agreed. Hollywood didn't believe it at first, but the numbers were real. $72 billion, the biggest studio acquisition of the century. Most people think Netflix only bought a studio. Wrong, they bought power. Netflix now owns HBO plus HBO Max, Warner Brothers, Pictures New Line Cinema DC Universe, Harry Potter rights, The Conjuring Universe, The Matrix franchise, Dune, Looney Tunes, Adult Swim content, Discovery documentaries, 100 plus years of film archive. This is the biggest library takeover in streaming history. Even Disney doesn't have this level of global content control. Netflix just became a superpower. But every victory has a cost. 1. U.S. government. Antitrust risk regulators worry Netflix will become too powerful. They may force content divestment price caps, break up of businesses. 2. Debt load. This acquisition puts massive pressure on Netflix's financials. They need higher subscriptions adds, revenue global expansion production cuts 3. Content responsibility managing Warner's gigantic library requires huge budgets, maintenance, global licensing, new leadership 4. Industry backlash. Hollywood directors, producers, and unions fear Netflix will reduce creative freedom, shut down expensive projects, shift focus to global, cheaper productions. In short, this deal could make Netflix unstoppable or destroy it. The entertainment world is entering a new era. This acquisition will create 1. Fewer streaming platforms. Consolidation is coming. Small platforms will die. Big ones will merge. 2. Bigger blockbusters. With Warner's franchises, Netflix will launch mega-budget films. 3. Higher subscription prices. Power, price hike. 4. Global expansion. Netflix will push Hollywood content into every corner of the world. 5. DC Universe reboot. Expect a whole new DC Universe, movies plus series plus animated universe, all exclusive to Netflix. 6. HBO reboot, Game of Thrones spin-offs. True Detective revival, new high-budget series. Hollywood has changed forever, and Netflix is now the king. This is not just a $72 billion deal. This is a shift in the balance of power. Warner Bros., a studio born in 1923, has now become part of a tech company born in 1997. Old Hollywood is gone. The streaming age has won. But the real question remains, is Netflix building the future of entertainment or setting itself up for the biggest financial disaster in its history? Time will reveal the truth.